Hey, it's a beautiful day here in Pittsburgh. Again, Drew Boston with Atlas Injury Prevention Solutions. I'm here with attorney Albert Lee. Albert, in our last discussion, we discussed the timing issue of what an employer is allowed to know and the timing of those specific disclosures. Now, if I put on my legal hat, I interpret that to mean that the further I am down the path towards a hire as an employer, I'm able to ask more and learn more. Do I understand that correctly? And if so, talk to me more about those timing milestones.
Within the ADA and the hiring process, it's all about timing. The critical line that's drawn is when you make someone an offer. So at any point prior to making someone an offer, at any point prior to saying to the candidate or the world that this person meets the qualifications, you have to be very careful about what information you gather about their physical or mental health. The obvious reason for that is if you gather it before you make a decision, then you can make a decision based on it. And you can deny that that was what you made the decision, and it ends up being a much murkier area. So up until the point where you tell someone, we have an offer of this employment for you, up until that point you can gather only very limited things. You can gather broad functional things that are specific to the job. So what you can't say, for example, is, have you ever had back surgery? But what you can ask early on is, do you have any condition, without telling me what it is, that would prevent you from doing this job as described? So early on you can ask functional things that are tied to that particular position. Now, when you get to the point of making someone an offer, then you are allowed to ask much more to make sure that that person can actually do it from your perspective and based on your standards. So what the ADA calls that is making a offer, a conditional job offer, conditioned upon your passage of tests or exams or physical or some such thing. So once the offer is made, once you've said, hey, everything else checks out, everything else is above our standards, your education, your experience, other things, then the law allows you to ask more. And the reason it allows you to ask more at that time is you're boxed in. If you then change your mind and rescind the offer, everyone knows why. It's because of the additional health information you're allowed to gather at that stage. So this is the stage where you can have someone go through a post-offer pre-employment physical. And that physical then can gather more information than functional information. It can then be a doctor asking about your health history, having you undergo different things as part of a physical exam. That's separate, I want to caution, that's separate from the fact of you being able to use all of that. It just means at that stage you can ask that in the context of an exam. Later on, when you make the final decision on whether to go through the employment, you have to be careful not to act on some of that information. So it's all about timing.